I was born a big boy, 13.3 pounds of holy, conceived out of rage and liquor, wrestled its way out of my mother's womb. 13.3 pounds. Yeah, I know. Found its way into my mother's arms, and at that moment, where our eyes shared its first glance, her in her bloodied hospital gown, me in all of my naked, the Madonna that sang legato lullabies and crimson hymns joked to her sisters that she didn't think she had enough strength to carry a child that weighed her down as much as me. And from the earliest days of my entirety, I've always known myself to be passed between the men of my family, carried only by those with enough love to spare for the woman with more on her mind than some 13.3 pounds of unfortunate holy. And for as long as I can remember, I have always been a big boy. Never known what skinny felt like, never known what it was like to look in the mirror and not see dead weight, to not hold my mother down, to not see resemblance in her eyes, only a relentless hindrance, to know that my nativity wasn't only stretch marks and sleepless nights. It was Coca-Cola cravings and chocolate sundaes. It was the prenatal checkup turned diabetes diagnosis. That there was a time where there were no prick fingers or high sugar level dizzy, no insulin shots or fear of phantom limbs. That before me, my mother could sleep easy knowing nothing of her own creation would make a glucose flood out of her body. I do not rejoice in this bond, to see my mother ache under hospital bills she cannot afford, to walk home from work fearing she may as well pass out now, to know that I am the first of these pains. I do not like seeing her this way, but what else can I do to help when every corner is a fast food joint and produce are continuously getting more expensive? Our paycheck to paycheck kind of household doesn't have the luxury to be picky about what goes in our stomachs. We are expected to keep mouths fed and pay no care to our healths, pay no care to the 1 and 2 children of color whose bodies we will risk each day. Corporate competition has always proved me fatal, and if this is what it means to be an American, to celebrate the silent murder of 29 million like football, to advertise their massacre under extravagance, under first world problems, then I'd rather be thrown back into the ocean, unraveled by the salt of the sea and not the sugar of the land, if it means I no longer have to see big boys learn that burden is hereditary.